YCS Japan had many cool decks that didn't quite make it into what I would say would be the top cut, but I followed through these tweets, I kept an eye on some of these lists, and these are the top 10 decks that caught my eye for potential rogue fun picks here in the TCG. Like 30% of you guys have not smashed the crap out of that subscribe button. Smash it so we can get to 104,000. The first list we're going to be looking at here seems like an updated version of the burn deck that many of us have kind of come to know and love as kind of the cheesy deck that kind of shows its head every blue moon here in the TCG. It originally showed up in the OCG. We see the dice jar here. You do see the blue angel card in here making a little bit of a splash here. We don't have that yet. I have zero idea when it'll be imported from the History Archive collection. But this, on paper, seems like a pretty cool use of burn. The fact that you can, use scapegoats to kind of link climb and put threats on the field while applying basic burn tactics via card effects. I think that this deck is absolutely a crazy masterpiece in what it can do. So if you want to have some fun out here with burn, I think this will give you, once again, some ideas on how to have fun in the year 2022. Next up here on our list was this Ancient Gear list. Now, I am a fiend for any time I get the chance to see Ancient Gears. Now, remember, these were just decks that players played. Some of them had questionable records, but I wanted to share them because they are genuinely okay ideas. Extrav in this deck is kind of interesting. You can see here, if you're somebody out here that's been wanting to maybe explore Extrav in Ancient Gears, you can see the ratio and ways that the extra deck was built here, which I think is very interesting at the end of the day. Extrav in combination with Ancient Gears might seem like a bad idea to some players, but I think the fact that you can kind of generate some, I guess, advantage with it, because being able to get those 6 cards going second, well, 7 cards going second, to generate that OTK hand that you really want, I don't know. It's very interesting, though this build is mainly focusing on just producing the big guy. So, I don't know. But on paper, this list is definitely much different than a lot of the other Ancient Gear list that we've seen out here. The next list here was a Inspector Border stun list, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I am always a sucker for stun, and the fact that you got the chance to see Inspector Border with Gravekeepers, Necro Valley's a pretty good card, even in the year 2022. I mean, if you can go first with this consecutively and set up, you should be in a good position. You actually do get the chance to see God Slime in this deck as well. Previously when we messed around with stun, how long ago has it been at this point in time? But you seeing God Slime in here, protecting your Inspector Border, protecting your Thunder Kings, these floodgate monsters, setting up these macrocosmos so your opponent can't play the game. Yeah, I also love the fact we're on double or triple demise, 2 desires, and then 2 dualities. With, once again, there's that triple scapegoat that lets you just set up those free big monsters, and then what's your opponent supposed to do? Nothing, unfortunately. Next up here is by far one of my favorite rogue decks. This is Dinomorphia, but we are playing the Z-ARC trap card, ladies and gentlemen. I have seen this deck coming up a lot in the OCG right now. The Z-ARC trap card lets you pay half and then put Z-ARC on the field. And then you can banish the stupid thing from the graveyard. So you can, basically, when your opponent activates a spell, you get to pop off your Z-ARC, and you get to summon basically 4 dragons for free. Alright, the card is nuts, especially in Dinomorphia, where you want to pay all of your life points here. Having a deck like this that can perform and do well, Floodgate Turbo, baby. By far, I think this is one of my favorite, actually, this might be my favorite deck in this video, just in terms of like the cool ideas and things that players are messing around with right now. And, like I said, being able to pay half your life points, put Z-ARC Daddy on the field and just stare at your opponent and go, what are you gonna do? Nothing? Okay, it'd be like that. Here's another variation of our favorite burn. Now, this is actually going to be Yield Chain Burn. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you might recognize Shut's antics for this list from Master Duel, where, you're just like, oh, here, take all these Ojama tokens. You just desserts out your opponent. This deck is effectively the other win con in terms of things. Now, remember, the OCG does have Mystic Mind, so they don't get the chance to, kind of do the more crazier level of shenanigans. But honestly, at the end of the day here, seeing that this deck also could perform up to standard in the year 2022 is not too bad. I also like the Dark Bribes in here. You know, additional negates. Yeah, who cares if your opponent draws? You know, you probably have put enough damage on the field. Just chain link your opponent out. You've also got the Solemn Scales there to, you know, get some free draw power. Outside of that, I kind of want to watch somebody resolve Morphing Jar on this deck. Imagine if Fiber Jar was unbanned. This would be the kind of deck you would see somebody abusing it in. Alright, next up here is another Dinomorphia list. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, this was a sub-list I included in this video. This was from... Oh, yes, this was another video. So once again, you're going to see the same thing here, ladies and gentlemen. The main difference is here with this is this list is playing Crossout Designator. You do get the chance to see in here that, once again, the fact that you play the Z-Ark trap card to pay half of your life points to set up these huger monsters is good. And like I said, the fact that the trap card says when your opponent activates a spell card, banish it from the graveyard, tag out your Z-Ark into the bigger monsters, your opponent's going to have a struggling time to try to out these things. So it amazes me so just how stupidly powerful paying half of your life points can actually be. And when you have life points as a resource in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And things don't matter as long as you can keep setting up these big monsters, yeah, feels really good. Next up here was Subterror Eldritch branded the deck. Now this is a pile of cards, ladies and gentlemen. So we're using the Guru engine to slow down the pace of the game. So we can set up Fienduses. I'm question marking this right now, because looking at this, that is so weird. And then this will once again give you like a little bit of a package idea here as to how to splash things in, because you can drop the Golden Lord from your deck with Branded Fusion, which means you can just deploy it on the field. And then, of course, you have the Numeron package to end the opponent's gaming career. This deck is what we call a gamer move, ladies and gentlemen. We took all of the rogue engines that we had in our trade binder and we're like, this is what I want to play for today's event. And you know what? It didn't quite work out. They didn't top. But this is a concoction, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like anybody watching this for like future deck ideas, you're gonna look at this list and you're just gonna be like, what the heck was that, Robbie? A pile of cards. Next up is Spirits. Hold up here. What year is this? You have Yamato Dragon in here. Now, Yamato Dragon's the one that lets you draw until you have like 5 cards in your hand, right? And then I see Sinister Serpent in here. We have Swift Scarecrows. Holy crap, this deck is a pile of cards. We have Treeborn Frogs. This is the game. Like, you're just going to stand by a phase, activate Hand Destruction, and you're just going to revive that Treeborn Frog, right? Like, that's the whole point of this. It just gives you the additional body on the field, and then you have Econ Shenanigans to tribute during the standby phase. You have Evenly Matched. This is just a going second pile of cards. What in the world were we trying to do here? This is such a weird, innovative strategy, ladies and gentlemen, that I don't truthfully have words for this. Good job. You know what? Spirits performing whoever made this deck was crazy smart, ladies and gentlemen. Next up here is this. We have Witch of the Black Forest. We have Rocket stuff in here. We have Ice Queen in this build as well. What in the world are we doing here? We have Necroface in here. I don't even see... We're not even playing Thunder Dragon Colossus in here. Where is our Nemesis Corridor package? What in the world are we doing here? We're just... Ice Queen plays. Tuner plays. My little feeble brain can't comprehend this. I know that like the snakes and stuff make for the rank 8 plays a little bit easier out here, but just the fact that this is like the interaction points that a duelist chose to play and, you know, decided to enter with, yeah, this is actually pretty cool. I actually wonder, and guys, leave a comment down below if you guys think that this is one of the crazier lists that you've seen come out in an event like this, because, you know, I honestly think it might be. Cute stuff, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're going to call that. And the last list we have here is... Oh, so... Wait. We have creators in here? We're actually playing the regular creator in here. We have the Dark Creator in here. We have Lady Debugs. We have Outstanding Dog Marin in here. What? These piles of cards, ladies and gentlemen. These are amazingly above my pay grade. This is absolutely amazing. You know, I'm gonna clap for it. Considering all the like rogue stuff that we got to see out of today's video, just for things messing or players messing around with things, I'm happy to see that players can still have fun. So what do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more awesome content. And I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.